like I'm 19 days into doing the Tibetan 5 and I do my own exploration version. So here I'm trying to find out how you do actually the spinning. So let me just go here and find this spot. So I play with my hip joints and I want to see what does it mean to rotate the leg. So here I rotate it inwards and outwards, and then let's see how that leads to this whole spinning movement. So I tried different versions. I think here you can see it quite good. So that there's a rotation. My left foot is planted on the earth, and I'm just using my left leg to turn my body around, and I drag my right leg after I put the right leg somewhere on the ground. So it's going back and forwards, and this then creates this spinning movement. So here I'm using my left leg and then bring my weight again on the right leg, and then I just put my arms up and start spinning. I think this exercise is basically good for the vestibular system inside the head. It's good for balance, and I do a soft focus with my eyes. So I don't focus on a certain point, but just have a soft focus. So I see my environment. I can estimate where I am inside the room. So I don't hit my hand against the wall, or in this case the window. And then I play with my position in the room. So with the soft focus of the eye, I can always see where I am. And I can focus on my breathing and on my posture actually. I play a bit with the rotation of my arms, and then I go slower again. I don't stop suddenly, but just go slower and slower and slower, so I can get used to not spinning again, just to be straight, and then try to still stay conscious of the rotation of my legs and how I produce the spinning, and then just observe the effects of what I've just did. And see, yeah, that moves well, and then go to the next posture. So changing positions actually got pretty easy. So you can see I go up and down. For here I use my right arm, and I bring my right leg in between my right arm and my left leg, so I just arrive gently on the floor. That's a very basic Feldenkrais lesson, it's called 4-point standing, and how to arrive at the floor. So, and then I just go into supine position, really basic stuff actually. Here for this number 2, I just turn around so you can see it better. For number 2, I'm not particularly interested, so the most interesting part here probably is the lifting of my pelvis off the floor, so my legs can meet the head more easily. So I just do this like 2 times, not really interested in this one. Today, then I move over, and you can see also this is a Feldenkrais movement. I bring up the legs, and then I just turn. I use my arm and just come to sit. It's very easy, very easy. I just use gravity. I make use of gravity a lot. So the transitions are already very smooth from one position to the next. So here I turn also, so you can see it better in the camera. And then I play with my pelvic movement here. For this posture, I don't initiate it from my head, but from my pelvis. So you can see the pelvic movement comes first, and then through the pelvic movement, I push the pelvis forward. There's a posterior pelvic tilt. This brings up, and this movement pushes through my spine so that my head tilts backwards. So it's not initiated from the head, but from the pelvis. This movement really comes from the pelvis. So this is a push that puts the force all the way through the spine, and then just ends up bringing my head backwards and here forwards. So that's extension and flexion. And each time the extension makes the flexion better. Here there's flexion and extension in a different position. And here the most interesting part for me at the moment is what I do with my arms. So there's a rotation of the arms. here you can see I'm already able to bring up, to really come up. I wasn't able to do this like just a couple of days ago. I can really go up, and still you can see I'm working. My belly is still a little bit, I can feel my belly is look like I'm pregnant. It's very funny. It looks really strange. So the most interesting thing here really is the rotation of the arms. So let's find a place where you can really see that. So here when I come up, you can see there's a rotation. You can see it with my funny clothes. Here's a rotation of my arm. So there's a YouTube video that shows that better. Let me switch here, and you can see Jeff Haller, a Feldenkrais teacher, who demonstrate this movement on the table.
Just by grasping where I'm going to create the rotation in the joint, I can start to speak to different parts of the spine. So let's just play with it.
So that's really the most interesting part here, the rotation of the arms. So I try a different position of the hand and see if that still works. Here the rotation, if the hand is forward, actually the rotation doesn't work that beautiful anymore. So here you can really see a very nice rotation of the arm. Yes, but when the hand is forward, it doesn't work that well anymore. So this doesn't support the whole movement. So I wouldn't suggest having the hands forward. So then I move to the next position. This is kind of downward dog thing. For today, not really interesting. So I just do here. I have some bending. Here I play with my legs. I like what it does to my upper back actually. Here I have because I have quite a flat back, and here this gives me a nice bending of my upper back actually. Can't really find it at the moment. So I just play with this, and then I come up, and feels really nice. That's it for today.